guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jordan if you're new here. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me. We're basically going to be testing a couple of new products that we have chilling around like usual. So if you're interested in how I got this look, then keep on watching. So the first thing we're going to be starting off with is the Glowish by Huda Beauty Skin Tint. So this skin tint retails for $37 and comes in 13 shades. It's described as a fragrance-free light coverage skin tint foundation that instantly brightens with near neutral undertones and leaves skin with a dewy finish. So on Sephora's website it says that coverage is light, finish is radiant, and of course the formulation is liquid, but it has a bit of plant-derived squalene that helps to hydrate the skin and is a natural antioxidant. Something called red bell pepper extract, which protects skin against effects of digital pollution, i.e. blue light, and also Damascus rose oil, which soothes, clarifies, and locks in moisture. So keep that in mind. The product is vegan and also cruelty free, so that is nice to know. So this is what the component looks like. So it's just a squeezy tube with a pump on the end, which is good. I picked it up in the shade 11 Deep. I was going between 10 and 11 when deciding which shade to choose. I like the undertone of 10 because I felt like it was a little bit more warm, which as you can see with my chest is a little bit more warm, but my face is a little deeper and I did get a tan as well. So just to be on the safe side, I picked up 11. I'll insert swatches of the Glowish so that you guys can see the tones on my skin tone. But again, this is shade 11. Went in with Goss Edit number 2 brush. I just applied that one pump on my forehead. Nice pretty finish. I'm just gonna go in with another pump. That's a full pump. I'm gonna dot it around. There we go. I think this has pretty good coverage to it. It's supposed to have light coverage. I feel like this is giving me medium, like straight on. Maybe because I put a full pump on my forehead, but no. It's definitely giving me medium coverage. And it is dewy. So this is what my skin is looking like with 2 pumps of the Glowish tint on my skin. I feel like this gave a lot of coverage. Like you can't even see my dark spot that I had over here. Had a couple over here too. Okay. It did say skin tint foundation, but this is definitely giving foundation vibes. Very lightweight though, and very radiant. I do have normal to dry skin, so I do prefer to look radiant, but I don't know you guys, like is this a little bit too much radiance to start off with your makeup? Because how is it gonna look at the end of the day, you know? Wow, I never thought I would say that. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of my Dior Forever Skin Correct to neutralize discoloration around my mouth and under eyes. It looks like this. I'm sure you guys are familiar. Going back in with that number 2, just blending around my mouth. I wish I had a new concealer. I'm waiting for the new concealers to drop. Lancome is supposed to be launching a new concealer, the Untitled concealer. I want to try that one. But that's about it. There has not been a lot of new concealer. I'm gonna go in with the Lip Bar Quick Conceal for my under eye. Just really keeping it concentrated to the inner portion of my eyes to lift there. Down, nose, and around my T-zone just to balance the complexion. I'm using the Goss number 5 brush to conceal my under eye area. Dude, I love that this brush just goes like right there in my inner corner, because that is where I struggle to conceal sometimes. And then I feel like it's not getting in my eye. Because I wear contact lenses and sometimes my concealer can get on my contact lenses. because I'm using like a fluffier brush to blend it out. Even when I use a sponge. I hate wearing contacts sometimes because it just always has makeup on it. Am I the only one? I know y'all be having makeup on your contacts too. Alright, so still dewy with concealer on. The complexion looks really nice. We are gonna go in with the usual because this is what I've been using since really purchasing it. This is the Dior Forever Cushion Powder. You can purchase this powder on Harrods. I don't know if Selfridges has it yet, but I don't think it's in the United States yet, which is stupid because this powder is bomb. Going in with the Wing Goss number 3. Love this brush to apply this powder. Yeah. This powder is definitely more on the matte side, but it is so blurring, you guys. And kind of, it's lightweight. It's not like a heavy matte powder, so that's why I like it, even though, you know, I don't prefer it to look too matte. But it is smooth, I'm telling you. Okay, so since I'm testing out the skin tint, I'm not going to go in with a foundation powder or even my Dior Backstage powder because I feel like that's going to blur it out even more, even though I want to. Let's just go in with a bit of the loose powder. I'm going to use a bigger brush. Wing Goss Artist number 1, and just kind of tap that over. I'm going to be wearing a mask, so I am going to powder my face just to kind of keep the makeup on a little bit longer. Normally I don't really powder, to be honest, but I've been powdering lately. It's summertime now, so the powder did take away the radiance from the skin tint. Still nice and healthy looking though. Yeah, this is pretty. Very lightweight. So the next thing we're going to go on with is the Glowish Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder. The bronzing powder comes in 5 shades if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 5 shades. I have the last shade, Rich. I'll also insert swatches so that you guys can see what the tones look like. But let me just pull up some information for you. So it is described as a transfer-proof, non-drying powder bronzer with a velvety finish that gives you a natural looking tan with suede luminosity. Interesting. Transfer proof bronzer. It retails for $31. Huh. It is also vegan and cruelty free and basically has the same ingredients deck as the tint. Well, this is what the component looks like. It's okay. I get where they were going with it, but I don't know. It's fine. This is what the bronzer looks like. I'm going to continue on with the Wing Goss Artist number 1 brush and pick up this bronzer. Let's see how this works. Okay, the color works. It's a pretty tone on my skin, but I felt like it kind of clung a little bit here, and I set it with powder, right? Am I tripping? I felt like it was kind of clinging to the base. And this brush blends really well, so it's definitely the bronzer. Because I use this with a lot of bronzers. Yeah, I don't feel like it's as blendable as a lot of bronzers that I have in my collection right now, but it is a pretty color. Alright, so this is what it looks like with bronzer. To be honest, I don't know. I don't think I'm a big fan of that bronzer. I like other ones in my collection a little bit better. I don't think you need it. It does have a nice glow to it, but I don't know. I felt like it clung to the base. I don't know if it's the skin tint or the bronzer itself, but that's how I'm feeling right now. But let's just continue on with our makeup application, because why not? All right, so you guys, I picked up the Natasha Denona Puff Paint liquid blushes. I have them in 2 colors. So I have Daria and I have Bloom. Bloom, like the Bloom palette. Yes. So Daria looks like this coral color. I don't even know if that's gonna work on me. And then Bloom is like this berry color. Let's swatch it. Daria. That's Daria. This is Bloom. Yeah, so looking at it right now, I'm blending it out a little bit. So that's what Daria looks like blended out. I feel like it has too much of a white base to it, but we'll see what it looks like. I'm gonna go in with Daria on this side. I'm going in with the Rephr number 18 to blend that out. That is doing nothing for me. It has a slight bit of coral tone to it, but I mean, it's not bad. If you were lighter than me, I think it would look pretty, but right now it's decent, but it's not giving me a lot of color payoff. So the puff paints are described as a silky liquid blush serum hybrid with perfect pigmentation to achieve natural flush of color, and it's formulated with skincare technology. What is the skincare technology? Anyway, it's a blush. So, sorry. It's a blush. I'm gonna add just a little bit more. What is the skincare technology? And why do I want skincare just flushed on my cheek? It is supposed to be what? It's infused with Skin Thirst Relief Complex, a super active ingredient that brings fast acting and long lasting deep moisturization even after you take your makeup off. So I just want my skin to be hydrated on my cheeks, not anywhere else. Natasha? So the puff paints do come in 3 colors and I picked up those 2. The other one that I didn't pick up was Tang, which was described as a peachy tan, was not going to show up. And they retail for $22. So this is what Daria looks like after I build it up. It's much better. And then let's put on Bloom over here. I mean, I feel like I can layer this with a powder. It will be pretty. Do I need to? I'm using the same brush. Yeah. So it starts off pretty sheer, you guys. It's definitely a more forgiving formula, which is good. And then you can build it up. I'm actually not mad at the way that my skin looks. Like the finish of it, I think it's very pretty. I'm gonna keep on both colors, because why not? I was gonna mix them, but I think I'll be okay. So I'm just building up Bloom just to see how it layers. Yes, that layers pretty well. They both layer pretty well, but you definitely get a little bit more color payoff from Bloom on this side. And that's what Daria looks like on that side. All right, not bad. I don't know about the skincare technology on the blush, but we're gonna see how it wears. And for the most part, I do think that it has a nice radiance to it that's very pretty on the skin. I like the flush of it, and I like that it's not overly pigmented and buildable. So you can get that from the blushes, but I feel like we need a little bit more color options when it comes to the blushes. Alright guys, so I'm up a little bit closer. This is what my complexion looks like up close. Very radiant as we can see at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and apply eyeshadow. I'm going to use the Natasha Denona Zendo palette, which looks a hot mess because I've been using it. I've actually done a couple of looks with it. I should probably insert it in this video. So this is what the palette looks like. So I love this palette. I've been using it since I got it. I love it. This is the color story. And we're just going to do more of like a bronzy look because I used the other shades already. With a Rephr number 27, we are going to go in with Balance as our transition shade. I already have my eyelids primed with a mixture of concealer and the Anastasia eyeshadow base, and we are just adding a wash of color into our crease. Next, we're gonna go in with this shade. This is Mindful. That's gonna go on the outer eye. I'm using a Rephr number 12. So I'm pressing that on at first, right on the outer eye where I want it. And then I'm gonna bring it up into the crease, blending it as we go. There we go. Now I'm gonna go in with Vigor and apply that in the crease for a little bit more color. That's what I want, yes. So starting on the outer eye, bringing it into the crease. I'm using a Goss number 4 from the Edit collection, so we get more of a wash of color. There we go. Jolie, baby girl, I would love for you to please be quiet. Alright, so that's what our crease is looking like so far. Let's go into Luster as our overlid shade. I'm going to be using a Rephr number 2 to apply that. Alright, so that's what we look like with Luster. We're going to go back in with more Vigor, which is that red shade, and just blend the edges of Mindful and Luster, giving us a little bit more dimension. Ooh, I love this brush. So this is what my eyes are looking like. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish off my eye look, and I'll come back and show you what I'll be using on my lips. Alright guys, so this is my finished eye look. Complexion looking like so far. So for my lips, we're gonna be going in with the Nyma Tang and Dose of Colors Nude collection. Isn't this cute? I'm so excited for her. Like, I'm excited for this nude lip that's in here. Okay, so this is what the collection looks like. You get 4 different products. You get lip liner, a liquid lipstick, lip gloss, and a lipstick. I'm going to be going in with the lip liner, which is a retractable lip liner. And the lip liner is in the shade Chocolate Chip. Ooh, wow, that is a true brown. All right, so for the lipstick, I'm going to be going in with a Penny, which is this really pretty nude. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, this looks the perfect nude. It's neutral. Not too pink. It smells like tea. Oh, that's right. She said it smells like chai. Ooh, pretty. I think I want to put a little bit of this lip gloss on it, though. It's going to darken it, but whatever. So we're going to go in with the lip gloss in Egen. Let's put on the outer. So this is what my lips are looking like. Ooh, this looks so sultry. I love the gloss. It's so shiny. Yes. Yes. I like it. Alright guys, so for the most part, most of the products did well. The eyeshadow I've tried multiple times and I absolutely love it. The lip products are easy, straight to the point. I like the feel of them. We'll see the longevity of the lip liner throughout the day, and I'll let you guys know. But we're definitely going to be doing a wear test of the skin tint and the blushes. So I will come back and I'll let you guys know my thoughts on that. For the most part, I don't think you need the bronzer, to be honest. I feel like I have better options in my collection that you can choose from, to be honest. This one, I don't even think I'm going to reach for it that much. Even though it is more of a luminous bronzer and I tend to have more matte bronzers, I think the blendability on my other bronzers are a little bit better. So I think that's like the only thing that I really didn't like. The puff blushes are pretty. They are a little bit more buildable than I thought, like first going on. But again, I feel like the Daria color has more of a white base in it, and I wish I had a little bit more coral for my skin tone. So that's the only thing that I would say. But definitely coming back and I'll show you guys what the skin tint and the blushes look like at the end of the day. Alright guys, I'm back. It's the end of the night and I've had my makeup on for 9 hours, and this is what everything is looking like. You know, it actually doesn't look that bad. at all, especially for a skin tint. And I feel like you can still see the blush on my skin. Now, I've had on my mask and I've worn multiple masks because I use a disposable mask, and there was transfer on the mask, but I don't feel like it fitted too badly on my complexion because you can still see the bronzer, you can still see the blush. A little bit of a line though, but that's good. Like both the blush and the skin tint did pretty well because it didn't really come off my face that much. I didn't use any setting spray today, keep that in mind too, so it's not like the setting spray helped longevity of the makeup. And for the most part, like look, my smile lines are not that enhanced. Everything looks pretty smooth, actually. Now on my skin, it doesn't look overly oily or greasy, which is really good because I was afraid that it was gonna look like hella glowy because it was very radiant when I first put it on, but it looks like it's set down pretty nicely. And then of course I did put some loose powder on it as well, but for the most part I actually really like the skin tint. Yeah, I like it. I think I can do without a bronzer, like I mentioned before. It's okay. It's just not anything like, oh my god, revolutionary, you know. But definitely like the skin tint. I think that it looks good on my complexion. I don't know if you're oily, if you're gonna really like the finish of it though. You'll definitely have to powder it down, like I mentioned during the application process of the video, if you want to reduce the radiance a bit. But yeah, it looks good. Like there's no cakiness on my skin at all. It doesn't look heavy and it's very lightweight. I didn't really feel it at all when I was wearing it today, which feels good because for the most part I don't wear a lot of makeup anymore because I work full time and wearing makeup under the mask is just not it for me. I hate it. So yeah, I don't think this looks bad at all. I'm just gonna go in and kind of see how this looks if I touch it up. Yeah, kind of reduce the shine too. That looks good. Not bad at all. Okay, Huda. I feel like Huda complexion is doing really good with like transfer and fade in throughout the day. Like she definitely has some long wear products, which is good to know. Now the bronzer said it was transfer proof, and I guess it's right. I mean, look, it's still on my face. So the claim is correct about the bronzer. And then this tint was supposed to be sweat proof. I don't really sweat that much, so I can't really say if that claim is true, but for the way that my complexion looks after 9 hours, I think that it's probably a long wearing product. It looks really nice. So yeah, guys, that's it. So that's gonna be it for today's video. Everything will be linked down in the description box down below if you're interested in trying anything out. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jordine. I would love for you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Actually just blend in the inner crease. Hopefully we can get a little bit of pigmentation from that color just to give us a little bit of dimension here. Okay, yeah, that's pretty. Can you see that? Yeah, there we go. Because it kind of got lost with the shimmer since they were similar tones. Now that we're adding it above in the crease, we're getting a little bit more pigmentation from it, which is great. Ooh, and then it's creating a nice dimension with the eye look. All right, I like that. It is still a little bit more on the dusty side compared to the other mattes that I've used so far though, which makes sense because it's so lighter matte.